Your Majesties, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for always returning. Thank you so much for your show of love. Thank you so much for all that you do for this little community to keep growing. Hope you're well in all that you do and you're loving yourself and others like always, and you're living your life according to your own way and you will be fulfilled, Your Majesties, because it is important. It is important that you're fulfilled in all that you do. Alright, today I'm taking you back to America. Alright, I know a lot of you will be like, okay, let's come and see why America is in the hold of the top 5 demons of hell. Before then, I want to take your mind to something because it really surprises me on how America wants to pull down countries in Africa with them to this whole hell they are going into. Like, they are so desperate. America is so desperate to bring down Africa, right? They just revoked the visas of Ugandan government officials. They revoked their visas. All this is all, surrounding this whole LGBTQ. It's all about this whole, you have to give them the right. They have the right to live however they want. This whole idea of there are people that are born with a different body. They are men, but they are born in the body of a woman. They are women, they are born in the body of a man. All this justification for all these things. And they are gradually turning us against ourselves as even Africans, as the melanated. Because they make you feel like you are hating on your brother because he is whatever. No. There is no African that hates any brother who is a lesbian or whatever, who is a homosexual. What we hate is what they practice. Because these are the things that most of the times I think we're getting it wrong. We do not hate our people. We do not hate our brothers and sisters. It's that practices that we don't like. Alright? Let's just go back to this, and I'm taking you back somewhere. Let's just take this out.
After that, then what happens is the culture, the next 3 demons show up. The first is Asmodeus. He's the demon of homosexuality in men. Then there's the demon of Leviathan, which is the demon of homosexuality in men, but of the masculine kind. These are the women who are heavy on the heels, we would say. Okay. Then there is the spirit of Lilith, which is the more seductive form of female homosexuality. After those have gained ascendancy in a culture, which, by the way, if you look at the cultures, every single culture is pushed in this direction. Okay. So, historically, not just ours, but historically, this is always the progression. Once you have fornication, you end up with contraception, and then the upshot of that is homosexuality and then abortion. Baphomet is the 5th one, and he's the demon of child sacrifice. Abortion. In our culture, think of this. They shot down the fornication laws. And so they delivered us into the hands of Baal. Then they had Roe versus Wade and delivered us into the hands of Baphomet. And then they allowed gay marriage. And so now our country politically is in the hold of the top 5 demons in hell other than Satan.
The West. They do make it an issue. They have been making it an issue for many months now. Many in the international community are saying that by your signing of this bill, you're taking Uganda a step backwards, that you are not protecting the freedoms and the rights and the choices of the Ugandan people. So how do you respond to that? And specifically, President Obama has said he was deeply disappointed by Uganda's move and says that it would complicate US-Uganda relations. I've listened to everything that you've said in the statement. So how would you respond to that? And does it worry you? And have you spoken directly to President Obama about this?
Well, we have been disappointed for a long time by the conduct of the West, the way you conduct yourselves there. But we just keep quiet. We just see how you do things, how the families, how they are organized, in all these things. We see them, we keep quiet. We never comment because it's not our country. Maybe you like it. So, since there's now an attempt at social imperialism to impose social values of one group on our society, then our disappointment is now exacerbated, because we are sorry to see that you live the way you live, but we keep quiet about it. Now you say we must also live like us. That's why we say no. We say no. And am I worried? Not at all. We should be worried about what? Because to tango needs two people to dance. If the West doesn't want to work with us because of homosexuals, then we have enough space here to live by ourselves and do business with other people.
The last statement is just what got me. Like, it's okay. You can withdraw whatever you want to withdraw. I think it's better. Alright, it's better for the continent because we can live by ourselves and then develop ourselves. It's not word to word, but this is exactly what it means, right? And it's sometimes I don't just get it. What is really America's problem? What is really... You have been living your life. You have been living your life. We've been seeing this on the media. We've been seeing this on televisions. We see your life in Hollywood. Alright, we see how beautiful you live your life. We see how sweet you live your life. But leave us in the jungle where we are. Do not interfere with our cultures and tradition and customs. Because these customs and traditions and cultures are what make us who we are. And it's not something that we built today. This is something that has been in existence for ages past. And this is what gives us that connection we still forge with our Creator. And you coming to take that away from us? No, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. And the painful thing is that they are coming with this whole human rights worldview. There have been lots of people in America. There are lots of people in America that are deprived of human rights. But America wants to tell our Kebolans what human right is. We are right because it's now homosexuality and what have you. Now they want to lecture our Kebolans what human rights is. And then these ones that are really there, they've captured them. They claim they're going to feed them. They're going to give them money to take care of themselves. They're going to give them insurance for whatever. When there are lots of persons in America who do not even have a place to live in. Some are living on streets. Some are living in tents somewhere. I'm seeing the whole deception in this thing. I'm just feeling like these people are coming to the continent with their whole cults and whatever. They just want to come and, this whole thing. And if they would even withdraw the visas of all our government officials in the whole of our Kebuland, I think I'll be so happy about that. Because it will give them that sense of prioritizing their home. So it's not like America is doing any havoc to us. It's okay. It will be good if America can withdraw their visas from all our government officials, from the president down to the least. Withdraw your visas so that our leaders can sit back home and build Al-Kebuland. You're doing us good. So if you think you're trying to punish Uganda, you're trying to punish Al-Kebuland, no. You're doing us good, because it's important that we stay back home to build ourselves. Because enough of all these, Al-Kebulands are so primitive, they don't know what they're doing, and the rest of them. Because you are taking what rightfully belongs to us. You are taking people that are resourceful to us, you take them out. You claim you're giving them a scholarship or whatever, you give them job opportunities, and the rest of them, you tell them how America is better than Al-Kebuland, and everybody just running for the American dream. And that's why we are like this today, all thanks to colonialism and westernization of everything. Whether you take it or leave it, I don't care. Because there are some persons now, some Africans that are bots now, that come to sit on the media, and then they'll tell you colonizers did not do anything to you. This one did not. Colonization stopped since when? That's what Africa should go and put themselves. But till today, the Western people are still around Africa, roaming about, stealing. And you sit where you are and coming out to say what you want to say. Yes, we need to work on our own, of course, we are striving. But when There is a power somewhere that is making all our efforts not to be fruitful. What do you want to happen? We are still being colonized. We are still slaves. Because our leaders are puppets, and we'll keep talking until things change. We'll keep talking. They come to lie to us and claim they are giving us loans, they are giving us aid, they're giving us what have you. Just look at what they're doing right now to Uganda. Because of LGBTQ, that's what they claim. And like it is said, we have our cultures, you have yours. We never interfered with yours and we don't want you to interfere in ours. This is as simple as A, B, C. No, we don't want that. You can live with that. No one is coming to you. Like, you can imagine they're crossing waters to another man's land and imposing their culture on that man. Come on, America. You're doing the most. You're doing the most. And I'm just so happy with the stand of Uganda. That no matter how America shook them, they stood firm. And it's their right. It's their right to protect their culture. It's their right to protect the culture of Africa. It's their right to protect whatever they should protect that is of betterment for their people. And it's not just Uganda. The whole of Al-Kebu land will not accept LGBTQ as part of our community. No, it's not our culture. We are not accepting it. Before now, there have been people like that here and there, but they are doing these things hiding because they know it's against the rules, it's against the cultures and traditions, it's against everything that we hold dear. But all of a sudden, America wants to legalize it. America wants to force us to accept this thing so that in every corner we see a man hugging a man. And we see a woman going after a woman. Come on, what is normal about that? What is normal about that? If you're going to hell, go to hell alone. Do not come to Al-Kebu land to drag innocent souls with yourself to where you're heading to. Your Majesties, leave your comment and thought there at the section, and I'll see you in my next one. Until then, love yourself, love others, stay safe, stay positive, always, always. Say no to LGBTQ. Bye for now.